Hey everyone, I'm using the Gilded Tarot for our reading today. I'll choose some cards from the Gilded Tarot. I'll choose one from the Gods, Goddesses and Angels and one from Archangel Michael as well. So I'm asking for a message for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video, and as always, just take what resonates and just pop the rest to one side. So there we have the Three of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the base of the pack, we have the Lovers, and the Temperance, Judgment, and the World, bringing the completion. So we have this time of celebration. The Hanged Man now is in reverse. So we have felt stuck. So if you have felt stuck in your life, especially in love relationships, things starting to move now. A time of celebration, of parties, of upliftments, of happiness. So where the Hanged Man, this is where the universe holds us. And the Hanged Man is tipped upside down by his ankle and left suspended. The Hanged Man now, as moved down, is grounded, so we're starting to move forward. The Queen of Pentacles, there she is with the peacock, bringing through that grace and elegance and celebration. So I feel this is all about manifestation, that we've worked on ourselves, that we've looked into every area of our life and look what certain situations and relationships may invoke within us, and we've been able to be aware of that and to go within and align ourselves, which has brought us down into this beautiful time of movement now. So the universe is guiding us, moving us forward on our path from this place of being organic and authentic. The Queen of Pentacles, wherever she finds herself, will create divine abundance all around her, prosperity, because she comes from a place of elegance, of purity. And as we come into that alignment with ourselves, we start to manifest from a pure place within us, a pure vibration within us. So then the manifestations now that are occurring within our lives are filled with light, are filled with joy and happiness and prosperity. In the past, we may have contaminated our manifestations from a place of wanting something so bad, from a place of needing something. Now we are coming within and knowing that those energies will bring things into our lives that won't serve us. When we come into that place of peace within us and know that everything that is in our life that we're surrounded with, we've actually manifested it. And to really align ourselves and to stay focused on what it is that we wish to celebrate in our lives, the parts of us to celebrate as well. There's so many, we are multi-dimensional beings. We have this beautiful energy of manifestation and co-creation, and we're starting to celebrate our prayers being answered and our wishes being fulfilled. We're feeling that celebration now because it's coming in. We are drawing it to us based on what we're feeling within, and we are aligning to that now. And this is Neptune. This card is connected to Neptune, who has been in Pisces for a long time and starting the new cycle through the zodiac that's going to be 164 years. So again, this is new beginnings coming in, stepping into Aries, stepping into this new zodiac wheel, the new zodiac year, and really starting to move forward now a lot lighter than what we were last year, because we've done a lot of work. We now are aligned and in that place of coming within, being that authentic. We do not have to change ourselves. We do not have to fit in anyone else's expectation, and take the expectations of ourselves and find what brings us that joy, that happiness, because that's what we're manifesting. The universe is celebrating with us. We have the Temperance, bringing that alignment of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And this is a beautiful card. It's the card that connects with Sagittarius and the Centaur, half horse, half person, with his bone arrow pointed straight into the galactic center. And we are aiming now. We are focusing on that, keeping ourselves in that alignment, not being tempted to go into past judgments of ourselves. And believe you me, we have had the times where we could have, and maybe still do, that we could go into that criticism, that self-criticism, that we could go into those self-judgments, that we could go into any kind of judgment and be tempted into that, because that's what we've been conditioned into, of an opinion about everything, and go into a place of separation. We're finding now that is our projection. That's whatever is going on in the outside world is a mirror that influences on our inside, and not being tempted to go into and get entangled into those old conversations that absolutely just go around in circles, that drain us. We're not being tempted into going into any kind of judgment, because this is the Judgment card, a wake-up call. This is Gabrielle sounding the trumpet, awakening us to the absolute truth of who we are and who everybody else is as well. We're all journeying through this evolution and ascension together, and we can't do it without anybody in our life. The ones that are triggering us the most have been the most important, because we have learned not to go back into the old reactions, not get tempted to go into the old way of being, because that old way of being doesn't create the new earth. It doesn't create a new reality for ourselves. We just keep going round and round in circles. So this is a beautiful time of celebration, of the wake up, of not judging ourselves. If we find ourselves being hard on ourselves, looking and berating ourselves, judging other people around us because they're not doing things the way we do them, this is what's coming up for this full moon. This is the full moon. It is very potent, and it is the full moon in Libra, which is the Justice, is connected to the Justice card in the tarot, reminding us of that cause and effect. Do we want to carry on looking at what's wrong in our lives, what's wrong with us, who we may be judging in our relationships? Do we want to carry on with that, because that's going to keep us in a limited and contracted reality? Why don't we set ourselves free? Accept every single essence of us, because we're all different and we've all got something to bring into this beautiful energy of earth, of our reality. We're weaving together a new reality. And as we come in with this limitless possibilities that we all hold, it's the thoughts that really feel real when they're speaking to us. It's those thoughts that are limiting us, that are holding us back, that have been programmed into us, that we are unpicking now, and not being tempted to go back into those stories, to really anchor ourselves and the truth of who we are into this moment. Sorry, that's Ruby. Somebody must be coming up the path. And then we have the lovers. The lovers. The lovers in the past was the card of choice. So choose love. Choose love of self. Be kind with ourselves. When we're kind with ourselves, that's beautiful medicine. There's lots of energy floating around. There are lots of planets, especially tomorrow on Thursday. There are aspects in the moon, and when this happens, it seems like we get pulled in all different directions to really stay focused and centered during this time. We're moving through this full moon portal. It's a very healing portal, a gateway of healing. We have Chiron and the sun shining upon our gifts, which are our wounds. The wounds that we have become our gifts, they become our wisdom, they become our strength and our medicine that we share with others. So this is a beautiful time of love as well. So if there's been something going on, some obstacles that you felt suspended in your love life, that it's not moving anyway, things now starting to shift and move in your love life, miracles happening. And this is a very mystical, deeply mystical time that we are traveling through, to check within and listen to the mystic within and use our energy, because whatever we are emitting, we are creating. We're sending that energy to that person, to that situation. So when we are bring ourselves into a calling back every essence of our soul into this moment, feeling that alignment, letting go of every judgment that we've made upon ourselves, that we feel other people have made upon us, and that's okay, because it's us judging ourselves, not them. Nobody's judging us worse than we judge ourselves. And to let go of all that now, because from this there's beautiful love and celebration, prosperity and alignment. I'm asking now for a card from the God's Goddesses and Angels, and we have the Angel of Prayer. Ask the universe and the angels for help and guidance as we are moving through this time and navigating it with our authenticity, not from what we create in our minds, what we feel in our heart. And we have finances here, so where there has been a block in finances, things starting to really shift now, as we start to really focus on what it is that what makes us happy. We start to gravitate and move in that direction. And then we have the Angel of Pleasure. Take pleasure in everything that you do. Whatever we place in what energy we place in anything, that's what comes back to us. And this is a time of pure joy, of pure celebration and happiness, as we've done a lot of work, and we're moving into a time now of forward movement. And that forward movement stands from how we're feeling in this very moment. And when we choose to love and accept ourselves and others and everything, we move in that direction. And Archangel Michael, put your creative energy into action. Archangel Gabriel joins me to speak, to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. And this is exactly what this reading is about. Don't be tempted to go into those old self-worth places and berate ourselves, to really start creating now. We've learned a lot, we've got a lot of wisdom, and wherever we place our attention, that is what we're going to create. Making sure that we're anchoring these activations within us, that we are not blocking them through old beliefs that are really not serving us, to let go, know that everything is in divine order, that we are really in control of nothing, only how we feel and what we emit. And so as we emit from a place of alignment and joy and happiness, that's what resonates into our energy field. I'm just going to take one from the Matrix as well and ask for some guidance there as well. Independence. And this is what we're moving into. This full moon is the full moon in Libra. That is all around our relationship to others. So where we may have been codependent, we may rely on others to make us happy, do things for us that is bringing some kind of reward within. When we let go of all that and come within, because we have these gifts within us, we have happiness within us, we have joy, we have upliftment, we have health, we've got everything within us. We do not need anybody outside of us to bring that to us, because they can't. They will always fall short, and we try to be everything for someone else. We can't be it, we can't do that. So when we find that independence within us, and that's when we're calling back every essence of our soul back into this moment in time, feeling the joy of living the life that is uplifting, that is prosperous and healthy and filled with joy, and feeling that and filled with love, then we start to realize that the only person that can make us happy is actually us. And we take that responsibility off others. And the card of independent, being independent, is realizing that we're all one, but we're all unique aspects of the one, and to find joy in that and beauty in that, and foresight. Be far-sighted. So this is, again, focus on where you're placing your attention and what you're looking at. And if whatever you're looking at, because there's a lot of noise in the outside world, whatever you're looking at, if it is creating some kind of sadness or robbing you of your self-worth or whatever it may be, bring your attention back, because whatever we are focusing from this moment, that's what we are stepping into. That's the timeline we are creating for the next moment. So wonderful cards, just reminding us not to go back into the old ways. And we're getting plenty of chances to do that, because that part of us is still working its way through. We've not entirely shifted everything, and that's an ongoing healing process that we all do. But as soon as we catch ourselves, it's like, no, I'm not doing that. It doesn't matter what anybody else believes or thinks of me. I know who I am at my core, and this is the self-belief that's starting to birth now, and birth us into a new reality that doesn't hold us in a contracted place. So and the moon is in Virgo, so Virgo can be over analytical and logical, and so yeah, wherever we may be going into that, going off into the head, having those stories that really press us down and weigh heavy on us, it's thoughts, it's puffs of energy, it's not real, it's what we are telling ourselves, and the people around us will be saying, won't have a clue what's going on, because that's not in the reality. We are doing it to ourselves, and it's about time we actually gave ourselves some grace and honoured ourselves and moved forward in happiness and celebration. So I'm sending so much love, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you. And Ruby there, bringing her energy into the reading as well. She's so beautiful. Thank you for listening.